Good morning everyone. Myself Deepika Singh, Senior Assistant Professor, School of Pharmacy, BBD University. Today I will discuss about the topic types of spoilage and factor affecting the microbial spoilage of the pharmaceutical products. Definition of microbial spoilage. Pharmaceutical products are considered microbiologically spoiled when even low levels of the pathogenic microbes or toxic microbial metabolites are present and detectable physical or chemical change have been noted in the product. In short, it can be defined as deterioration of pharmaceutical products due to microbial contamination. In our environment, microbes are present everywhere, that is, air, water, soil, etc. These microbes are to cause spoilage of not only food products but also pharmaceutical products. The spoilage of pharmaceutical products can result in serious health hazard to the consumer as well as cause financial problem to the manufacturer. Types of microbial spoilage. First is the infection induced due to contaminated pharmaceutical products. Pharmaceutical products may get infected from many sources like raw material, manufacturing, storage, etc. Such infected products when consumed cause the disease, for example, cholera, pseudomonas infection, botulism, etc. Second is physicochemical spoilage. This type of spoilage may change physicochemical properties of the product. Following types of the changes may occur. First is the viral growth. Viral growth of microbes may occur inside the container. These growths may be visible in the form of floating layer, turbidity, hemp, etc. Contamination of products by fungus species like Aspergillus species may cause this type of spoilage. Some bacterial species may also show viral growth. Second is gas production. Some microbes may produce gas inside the containers. These gases may be visible in form of bubbles, flocules, etc. Contamination of products with bacteria like E. coli may produce gas if it contains sugar. Third is the coloration or decoloration. Some microbes may decolorize formulation or it may produce unique color which is different from the normal color of the product. Fourth is the odor formation. Microbial growth in the finished product may produce bad odor or characteristic odor. It may produce a characteristic rotten smell. Fifth is the taste change. Microbial spoilage may change the taste of the oral formulations. It may impart bitter or obnoxious taste to the oral formulation. Third type is the physical spoilage. These changes in the physical appearance are caused by the microbial activities in the formulation, like cracking of emulsion. Microbes eat of the emulsifying agent that causing instability of emulsions, resulting in the separation of the phases. Odor changes. Microbes, due to their activity in the pharmaceutical products, impart smell. For example, toluene smell due to spoilage of the balsam of the tolu by Penicillium species. Smell of the geosmin to water phases by actinomycetes contamination. Fourth is the biological spoilage. Microbial contamination of the products result in formation of chemicals in the product due to microbial metabolic activity. This is termed as the biological spoilage. Mainly two types of the chemicals are produced by the microbes. First is the microbial toxin. Second is the microbial metabolites. Microbial toxins known as the endotoxin produced by the some gram-negative bacteria, for example E. coli. Second is the microbial metabolites. Different types of the amines and organic acid is the example of the microbial metabolites. Last is the chemical spoilage. This occurs due to various types of the chemical reactions mediated by contaminating microorganisms. The ingredients in the formulation that are susceptible for chemical damage by microbial action. Factors affecting microbial spoilage. By understanding various factors promoting growth of microbes in the formulation, it is possible to manipulate the formulations and to avoid their microbiological spoilage without affecting the patient acceptance and therapeutic efficacy of the formulation. Some identified factors that affect microbiological spoilage of pharmaceutical products are as follows: size of contaminant inoculum, nutritional factors, moisture content, pH, storage temperature, redox potential, and packaging design. First is the size of contaminant inoculum. The rate of deterioration of a pharmaceutical product depends on the size of microbial population in the product. Lower microbial population size shows lesser degradation changes as compared to large size population. However, inoculum size alone is not always a reliable indicator of likely spoilage potential. A very low level of the Pseudomonas in a weakly preserved solution may suggest a greater risk than tablet containing high number of the fungal and bacterial spores. Second is nutritional factor. Most of the use of crude vegetable or animal products in a formulation provides an additionally nutritious environment. Even demineralized water prepared by good ion exchange methods will normally contain sufficient nutrients to allow significant growth of many waterborne gram-negative bacteria such as Pseudomonas species. Organic and inorganic ingredients act as potential carbon or nitrogen substrate for microbial growth. The complexity of many formulations offers considerable nutritional variety for a wide range of the microorganisms. Third is the moisture content. By measuring a product's water activity, it is possible to obtain an estimate of the proportion of uncomplexed water that is available in the formulation to support microbial growth. Most microorganisms grow best at high water activity. Hence, formulation can be protected from microbial attack by lowering their water activity with addition of suitable level of sugars. Polyethylene glycols or sodium chloride are by drawing. Fourth factor is pH. Extremes of pH prevent microbial attack. Around neutrality, bacterial spoilage is more likely, with report of Pseudomonas and gram-negative bacteria growing in antacid mixture. Flavored mouthwashes and in distilled or demineralized water. Above pH 8, for example, with soap-based emulsion, spoilage is rare. In products with low pH level, for example, fruit juice, flavored syrup with pH 3 to 4, mold or yeast attack is more likely. Yeast can metabolize organic acids and raise the pH to level where secondary bacterial growth can occur. Fifth factor is storage temperature. Spoilage of pharmaceuticals could occur potentially over the range of about 20 degrees centigrade to 60 degrees centigrade. The particular storage temperature may selectively determine the types of microorganisms involved in the spoilage. A deep freeze at -20 degrees centigrade or lower is used for long-term storage of some pharmaceutical raw materials and short-term storage of the dispensed total parenteral nutrition feeds prepared in the hospital. Reconstituted syrups and multi-dose eye drop packs are sometimes dispensed with the instruction to store in a cool place such as domestic fridge. Temperature is 8 to 12 degrees centigrade, partly to reduce the risk of the growth of contaminant inadvertently introduced during the use. Sixth factor is redox potential. The ability of microbes to grow in an environment is influenced by its oxidation reduction balance, known as the redox potential, as they will require compatible terminal electron acceptors to permit their respiratory pathways to function. The redox potential, even in fairly viscous emulsion, may be quite high due to the appreciable solubility of oxygen in most fats and oils. Last factor is packaging design. Packaging can have a major influence on microbial stability of some formulations in controlling the entry of contaminants during both storage and use. Considerable thought has gone into the design of containers to prevent the ingress of contaminants into medicines for parenteral administration. Owing to the high risk of the infection by this route, self-sealing rubber voids must be used to prevent microbial entry into multi-dose injection containers following withdrawal with a hypodermic needle, where medicines rely on their low AW to prevent spoilage. Packaging such as stripped vials must be of water vapor proof material with fully efficient seal. Cardboard outer packaging and label themselves can become substrate for microbial attacks under humid conditions, and preservatives are often included to reduce the risk of the damage. Thank you for giving your valuable time.